Hello there people, and welcome back to another video on The Grind. Now, raids get much simpler when you keep on reading and practicing them, but that requires experience. So if you wish to know what experienced players say about easy raiding, then here are 5 tips and tricks for you. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon too, so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Alrighty now, let's begin. Starting off with a pro tip about one of the first experiences you are going to face in a Rust base, number 5 explains how you could easily destroy a wooden door. For people who have played the game a lot or know their way around the game, they may not need so much of a direction in this matter, but for the people out there who have recently started, you may definitely be in need of a quick suggestion of destroying wooden doors. They are by far the easiest types of doors to destroy, and thus they are usually encountered by players who have just begun playing the game. So in that sense, the simplicity and the lack of experience of novice equals things out. Now, there are several ways to destroy a wooden door. First of them is using 4 bean cans that would cost you 720 sulfur, or you could use a flamethrower that would cost you 100 low-grade fuel, or if you have an incendiary rocket with you, which might be unlikely if you have just started, then one of those should do the job. Otherwise, 45 handmade shells from any shotgun that would cost nearly 225 sulfur would be a great choice. In fact, using handmade shells would be the best method in terms of sulfur consumption. And if you wish for a more manual approach, then 10 savage swords that would cost you 150 metal fragments and 10 metal blades would also get the job done. Coming up next is another very important matter that would come in handy if you wish or intend to play on non-private servers, and by looking at what people normally do, there is a high chance that most of you would be playing on public servers, so this tip is very essential for all of you to understand. See, you should keep your destruction silent and make the least noise possible, because this in turn saves you from unwanted attention. Now, silent methods would definitely cost you more than the non-silent ones, but they happen to be more secure, especially when you have no backup or team waiting for your assistance or protection. For instance, a flamethrower used to destroy a wooden door is far more silent than handmade shells that would cost you 100 low-grade fuel, but 45 handmade shells shot out of a shotgun would come at a lesser cost of 225 sulfur. Coming up next is destroying wooden walls, which though might seem a little challenging at first, turns out to be a piece of cake when you use the right method. One general matter that you must remember about walls is that they have a weaker and stronger side, and it would help you tons if you were able to identify the weaker sides first. This also goes for the wooden roofs, which if destroyed from the inside, which happen to be the weaker side, are much easier to destroy than attempting to destroy them from above. Anyway, in order to destroy a wooden wall, you would need a flamethrower that would cost you 270 low-grade fuel, 13 bean cans, and that would cost 1,560 sulfur, 3 satchel charges that would cost you 1,440 sulfur, 93 handmade shells that would cost 465 sulfur, and this also happens to be the most cost-effective method in terms of sulfur. Whew, alrighty. Now, if you have an incendiary rocket, then you can use that too, obviously, and if you attempt to destroy it from the weak side of the wall, the one savage sword that costs 50 metal fragments and 1 metal blade would suffice. Oh boy, alrighty. Now this next one here is a tad complicated, but still easy to destroy, and that's sheet metal doors, which might seem intimidating at first, but they're not really that hard to take down, trust me. All you gotta do is use 4 satchels or 2 rockets, otherwise 1 C4 or 63 explosive ammo that cost 1,575 sulfur would easily do this job. And finally, the most vital and essential part of your raid could be your planning beforehand, which could make a huge difference if you asked me. There are several things that you could do to plan your raid in advance, and this would include building FOBs, forward operating bases, and assigning tasks to your team before you start the raid. Now, of course, there are tons more things that could have been included on this list, but adhering to these 5 things will help you get stuff done. But for now, that does bring us to the end of our video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video, it's never too late, so give it a thumbs up, people. We will see you soon in another video, but until then, take care and goodbye.